Amitji, your electrifying performance, and yet your, such a great voice and your actions, it is so justified. Even today, you are able to, when you're on the screen, it's only you and you. How do how would you like to tell us about it? How do you maintain it?
Thank you so much, madam, for all these very kind words. I'm least deserving of it. I've always believed that the writer and the director are the main people. The writer writes, the director conceives it, passes it on to the writer. He becomes the actor. And most of what you see in all my films are indications that I get from a director. He will tell me where to walk, how I should speak. Many a times, if we are preparing at home, we come prepared with certain notions as to how a scene needs to be done. But when we get onto the set, we find that it is completely wrong. There's no scope for argument, I believe, on set. If I have to convey something or disagree with any point, I would rather do it during the time the narration is happening. Debate, discuss, agree, disagree, whatever you have to do, off-set. Once you're on set, then you follow what the director says. That's what I believe in. But I think that there has to be a certain belief in the story, in the character that you're playing. And much before we actually conceived Sarkar, Ramu and me used to meet quite often, informally. And I always was very intrigued by one aspect of life, and the life of people who are in power. And I believe that it's not all as transparent and easy as it seems to people outside. They are individuals, they're human beings, they lead a normal life as well. But yes, they are given powers which give them access to certain kind of actions and deeds which affect millions and millions of people. Where that comes from is guarded by their own political belief, their party that is in power, and if they are in power, what the government decides to do. But what intrigued me was that every powerful person has a family, has a home, has people who are close to him. And no home, I think, can be known to be absolutely perfect and free. There are opinions, there are differences of opinions, everyone has a viewpoint. So what if over the dining table in the morning or at breakfast, this powerful man who is the #1 person of the country or a state or the entire universe is having a normal breakfast with his family, and one member of his family, could be his wife, could be his son, his daughter, disagrees on certain issues. It could be anything. It could be, which car you're going to drive or why you're wearing a particular dress. And there is an argument. And what if this powerful man is irritated with this member of his or her family and is in that mood asked to attend a very grave meeting which is going to decide a government decision which is going to affect millions of people? Does it affect that decision-making of his or not? And I believe that if you're in that kind of mental state where you're irritated with something, does that irritation carry forward to this very important decision that you're going to make, which is going to affect millions and millions of people and their lives? That is what intrigued me, and that is what I shared with Ramu when we used to have informal sittings for Sarkar. And so most of what you see in the film is an incorporation of a lot of these thoughts. It's commonly known as palace politics, and it happens in almost all palaces, not necessarily these grand structures, but even a small house can become a palace. And that intrigued me a lot. And I think Ramu was one person that truly understood the context of what we discussed several times, and it was absolutely brilliant the way he incorporated it in his screenplay and in his films.